Hey guys, good day, good afternoon, good moment of you. As we breathe in and take breath and connect to our center, it is a moment of you, a moment to embody, to align, to connect, to step into, to reflect more and more and more of you, more and more of your energy. Cut out for a minute. All right, so I'm just going to clear the energy. We'll see if anyone wants to hop on. Just want to share a message. I was going to do a Ria on the run because I just got done running, but I was starving, so I had to eat first. So now I'm doing it. Post Ria on the run. Yeah, a little mix up in the middle there, a little mix up of energies. So what I wanted to come on and share is through my own experience and also through listening to other people's experiences right now, as we're stepping into higher frequencies of ourself, as we're stepping into this new age, you can call it the golden age, age of Aquarius, age of you, basically an age of your innate self. Some of us may be finding ourselves in a pause for a minute, and that can also be working in symbiosis with Mercury retrograde. I think it's May 1st, but you can have the effects a little before and after. Don't quote me on the date, but I typically don't give any power away to anything outside of me because I think it's just reflecting a collective awareness and consciousness and a stream of belief. So it's actually working, I believe. Hey, Kimmy, Rainbow, it's actually representing a collective expression that works symbiotically. So normally I don't have any issues with that, but I've had a number of uncanny stoplights giving me pause, an unlikely number of red lights that are malfunction, that are just stuck on hold as all of the other traffic lights go about their cycles. And it's like, it really gets your attention. So I know in the past when that has happened, it is a time for me to just pause and reflect. And this pause that some of us might be feeling during Mercury retrograde, you know how they always say, well, it's not a time to sign or move forward. And that's nothing bad, guys. It is just a time to pause, reflect, and acclimate the cycle of all your previous growth. So it gives you an opportunity to receive the gift of all that you believe, or all of the light activations, all of the energy you're embodying, this newfound you that's always been you, but now you're experiencing. It gives you an opportunity to play out that energy and see it. In the pauses, you are given an opportunity to exercise. I'm laughing because I just went through a major one of these, to exercise that belief. So I shared with some people about my whole truck inspection thing, and in the masters group that re-registering in Maine, and I went to Florida for a couple of years, and they have no state inspection, and I just spent like all of this money on big tires and all of this lift and the stuff that I love, and in Maine it's illegal. And so then I was stressing out and I was freaking out, and I was told, no, you can't have that, your tires can't extend past an inch, and your bumper's too little, and all of these really high ticketed dollar amounts. And so I started freaking out. But what this did is I preach, abundance and love, and joy's the new currency, and just being that observer, being that space. So it gave me a really a applicable small scale way, because I know it's not that important in the scheme of things, but it was important to me in that moment. And all energy is important if it's important to you, because in the greater scheme of things, whatever you're experiencing, whether it's mundane or whether it's huge health problem, it's all energy that you are creating for an experience. And the experience is to step into and allow more of your natural self, which is love and joy and healing, confidence, trust, creator source energy. So this little situation, and I failed a couple times. the people telling me that, and then I'm like, "Oh, I gotta put my studded tires back on, my snow tires that I just took off, which legally have to come off for May 1st." And I'm like, "Oh my God, how am I gonna create this appointment, have them taken back off, and what if that doesn't work and I still need to do this alteration?" So I was just really freaking out, believing in lack, believing in all of that. But during the same time, as I was observing this in myself, I said, "All right, thank you, higher self, for this experience, because I truly believe that we create everything for us, for our greatest joy and abundance." So I kept that in my mind. I kept trying to breathe into my heart, even though I was freaking out. I wasn't hungry. I was stressing. I was anxietying because I had to fit in a bunch of appointments and other things and coordinate this and that, and not sure of how I was going to do it. And so I was just creating my own whatever, but I was an observer in aware mode. So I stood back and just observed what I was feeling, exactly what we, teach. And so I was observing and I said thank you. And then I tried to find the positive. Well, inspections are just to keep you safe, just it's for safety, and thank you. And I know this is gonna work out. And even though at the same time my physical body was stressing, being anxiety, I was being forced to face lack beliefs, lack as in, I don't know, any way, shape, or form, not trusting, having my expression taken away, having to give power up to the man, having to pay big bucks and to do different things to abide by the rules and blah blah blah. So and I saw that, and then the same token, I'm like, well, thank you for this, thank you for this experience. I know it's helping and serving me, but at the same time, I was feeling what everybody feels when they go through challenging circumstances in the body. So my point is that the physical body is going to play catch up a little bit also as well in our ego as we are stepping into these higher frequencies. So for me it played out that way. For others it could be relationship, jobs, moves, anything. Having to buy something and realize it's on back order for 10 weeks and something you need, anything. It can be something small or it could be something big, but it's all just energies experience for our own good. So last night I went to bed, I woke up, I couldn't sleep, and I started playing some meditation music and trying to breathe into my heart and just imagine myself that cross breath, and just hoping everything was going to be okay. Because I was going to go for my third inspection. And, certain people have different leniencies, even though, they're all abiding by certain things. So I woke up this morning. The first thing I heard was miracle. And it was because I had a meditation playing and I heard the word miracle. And I'm like, wow, I hope that's a good sign. And so I also remembered a dream I had, and it was about Eminem, the singer. And my son Caleb and him, to me, they just remind me of each other. And in my dream, I was taking a picture of him, and I was also single. And then I ended up kissing Eminem. So Eminem means a lot in the sense that he was a nonconformist. He over all of his fear, he worked through a lot of fears to be who he is and to represent his authenticity. So I think that's what the kiss was about, connecting to that energy. But in the same time, so I woke up to the word miracle and that dream, and also his song, I'm Not Afraid, which is like one of my favorite songs he sings. I'm not afraid to take a stand, everybody. And he talks about walk hand in hand. And anyways, and then he talks about the man and who you giving your power to and the king and all of that stuff in the song. Hey, beautiful Tamara Wild Blue. So anyways, it was all beautiful, but then I went and I'm like, oh my God, I had the studs in the back of my truck thinking, oh, I'm probably gonna have to put these on so my tires don't stick out, but I have them taken off. And even then it might not be inspected, but I had them in there, went in, just did my thing, didn't even speak to the person, and they were the most beautiful, awesome person. Didn't say anything about my tires, brought it in and gave me a good inspection for 15 bucks with a couple bolts for my plate. And I was so happy. I was so happy. It's the stinking little things that can cause us a lot of stress and anxiety sometimes. And then it's, piled up on other things. So my point is, some of you guys might be experiencing that, and that is just the residual pockets of fear you might be holding, whether it be lack or just not trusting or thinking people are out to get you, or things don't go your way, or oh my God, it's just another thing I got to pay for. All of those limited egoic mentality ideas. And so I'm just saying that those scenarios truly are gifts for us to practice, to apply all that we already know. And look how it turned out, seamless. And I went through like a whole internal struggle in the meantime. And I know that's small, it's nothing in compared to world hunger and stuff. But for me, it was my life and it was important to me. And again, there's no value to anybody's experience. It matters to that person, and it's how it plays out for you to step into more of you and to exhibit your gifts, your abilities, and your belief system. It's a playing ground. It's a graphic holographic experience for us to play out those energies. So in my mind, I played out the worst case scenarios. And in playing those worst case scenarios, I observed them and I said, oh, here we go. Why do you got to hop on to the other end of the spectrum? But in my mind, I played them out. I problem solved in my mind, and I ended up not having to go there. You know what I mean? I ended up not having to live it because I played it all out in my mind. I was following the steps. I kept telling myself, okay, I'm only got the moment, focus in the moment, be as balanced as you can. And yeah, sure, you're freaking out, but that's okay. And so my observer, it was a good play out of my physical and my spiritual. So anyways, I am asking myself why I don't want to part with money for things I said or my dream. That's for your question to be answered, and that is good. Why would you not? Are you afraid you won't get replenished? Do you think you need to save for a rainy day? Are you maybe discounting your worthiness? Are you maybe thinking, is it really worth it? Um, and is it what I really want? And all of those things are valid, Lauren. Just ask and play with those in your mind. It's just emotions coming out. And usually it's not that thing, it's something deeper. Like this whole thing that I went through, it wasn't about that. It was about the energies that brought to my surface for me to see and play with and to go through. And right now we're entering that age of Aquarius, and our physical body is acclimated to that. We're used to that whole work hard mentality to gain anything in life, and we're releasing that, and we are becoming freer. We are allowing um, the universe within us, but the universe has our back through our unconditional flow, entering that flow in every moment. I was trying to flow, even though my physical body didn't like it. I was trying to flow in every moment, just doing and tackling, going here and there, and trying to problem solve in this case scenario and that case scenario, and what can I do, and getting input from professionals. And so what it is it allows us to go through those scenarios in our mind and to play them out. Anything that is not in alignment with that whole new us that we're stepping into, that higher frequency of effortlessness, flow, ease, joy, releasing the no pain, no gain concept, releasing the I have to justify what I love and who I am, releasing all of that, senses of unworthiness where you got to prove yourself, all of that. So these moments and these pauses are gifts for us. They're not like, oh my God, I'm being held back. Absolutely not. The pauses are actually to catapult us forward by transmuting or releasing or balancing anything that is not in alignment as we step forward in this new self embodiment of high frequencies, ease, abundance, joy, peace. Peace is the biggest. I certainly wasn't peaceful. And releasing anything or becoming aware of anything in our energetic field that is keeping us from that. And sometimes, Lauren, we don't want to spend the money on the things that we dreamed of because maybe all you wanted to know was you could attain that dream and you didn't really need the thing or the experience. You lived it out in your mind. So sometimes we have money and we might change our mind, or we might have the opportunity to step into what we want in order and just to simply realize that's not what I want anymore. And we grow and expand exponentially as we ascend. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Our light bodies become lighter, and sometimes we've already outgrown our dream in the physical form or expression we want to receive it in, because we've grown so much. By the time we can actually achieve it, we don't need it. That's why I love the way when spirit comes through. Just because we can achieve it, we may not need it. We might need not that experience anymore. So I'm kind of thinking maybe that's the case for you, Lauren. In an older in an older, in a different frequency. Yeah, that dream was everything for you. But now that you can actually do it, maybe you don't need to achieve it. Just the knowing you can and having the freedom was enough. Maybe that's all you wanted, was the freedom. And now you know it's there, the portal's open. But is it in alignment now to your soul's purpose in this point in time? Maybe yes, maybe no. I knew it wasn't Australia. Why am I not in Australia? What the hell? I got my snack card in my bra. Um, it's all about peace right now. Yes, the most important thing, that's only peace. And you know the old song, now they're bringing forth the song, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Because you are the creator of your own peace, your own energy, your own awareness, your own state of mind, your perception, your beliefs, the energy you're allowing. We're already healed, guys. We already are everything that we're meant to be. But we need to allow that experience in our hologram, in our physical 3D, 4D, whatever world you want to call it, 5D world. And it's just a matter of having those pauses, having those little triggers, having those little quote unquote setbacks, having those little Mercury retrogrades, whatever it is for you, whatever it is for you, having a unexpected expense come up in your home, a vehicle, a doctor bill, a tooth, and that all gives us opportunities to step in and face our fears and what we're still believing lack in. Well, holy shit, guess what? If you're God, source, energy, pure love, and pure light, you're going to be given the means to work through whatever your challenge is. And that goes along with, they say God doesn't give you more than you can handle. No, you, God, meaning you, your higher self, your soul, created this journey to give you exactly what you needed and the tools to get through it and come out even happier, more abundant, more aware, more peaceful. Thank you, Tamara. Peaceful. Because you can have everything in the world. You can own the world. But if you ain't got peace, you ain't got jack, as far as I'm concerned. I rather live a modest, peaceful life than an elaborate, crazy, fast-paced, worldly life without peace or without as much peace. Because that's, to me, is everything. And that is a high frequency. Peace is a high frequency. It is our natural state of being. So thank you guys for being here and creating this message. That's all I got to say. Hello, everyone. We're each in our own individual way through who we meet is given that medicine. I like the word you've been using that a lot too, medicine. That is a good terminology. It's all medicine. What does medicine do? In general, it's a pill or something you take to get better. Well, we're all getting and reflecting exactly the medicine we need in every moment of now in our reality. In it, it is all a gift. It is all medicine because it's showing us the way, the guidance, the reflection to become more and more and more of ourselves, whether it's through contrast or whether it's through illumination of our light, of our beauty. We're doing it already. Trust everything. Oh my God. So trust is so huge. So Tamara, I think our light language in the master group last night, because all I could think of was with you. And it feels like it was maybe a purging almost, because my stomach did hurt after. Then I was so worried and caught in my head. I was creating a really bad headache where I literally wanted to throw up. And the throw up feeling from the gut is the solar plexus, and it's releasing non-trust to trust. And so I was aware of all that, where a lot of times in the past we would have sunk onto there and stayed there. But now the gift of our ascension is our awareness as we allow more and more and more and more of ourselves and embodying more and more and more of that and taking ownership and responsibility for our creation and knowing all is truly medicine for ourselves. We can move through those areas quickly. Spirit is saying we're more efficient at it. They're saying, and medicine, our medicine is even different. Our medicine is frequency. It's light. It's channelings. It's reflections of one another. A medicine is Mother Earth. Our medicine is everything before us. So I love that word, the way you say medicine. It's medicine. What does medicine mean? It makes us better. But what that better is now we're taking it. It's almost like that medicine is a reflection of a deeper internal medicine that we're reflecting for our acknowledgement. And what it's doing is it really is releasing the medicine within us, which is simply alignment and light. Hey, Tristan, greetings, blessings, and love, dear family. Master Light Blaster, Tristan, thank you for joining. Master Light Blaster, Tamra, all from the founding fathers of ancestors through each corner of the world and what they represent for us, masculine, feminine, honor to come together. They gave us what we needed, so we need to honor and cherish each other, absolutely, and our experience we are creating, because we created it from the love of God, even in spite of its appearance. Even a lack or a detrimental experience is still love, and it is medicine to help us. You know how you take medicine sometimes and it doesn't taste good, or as a kid you go "Bleh," and spit it out, or I take vinegar and warm water in the morning and I'm like "Ugh." So sometimes our experiences feel like that. I don't want that, but it's exactly what we need. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. So thank you, Tamra. All right, Chris Tucker, ahoy, ahoy, mate. And we got Diamond Gem, Golden Goddess, Sun Goddess. Um, Yes, we are giving the medicine that we all need. Reflect and receive as a laugh, as a gift. We're doing it already and just trusting in everything. Exactly. And that is that strengthening in the solar plexus, trusting our own discernment and knowing we're meant to go our own way. A song that came on, Fleetwood Mac, Go Your Own Way, was playing, and it was so beautiful because it really is about going your own way. And my Eminem dream too. It's about him going his own way, going against all odds, being that famous white rapper boy, and you know, the 8 mile, is that what it is? And all of that, and it's about us going our own way with the support and help from one another. We all have our own way, but all of our ways is still based in love, and we're all reflecting and giving each other in our hologram, in our relationships, in our mother earth, everywhere, the reflection, exactly what we need to go our own way. So even though it's a paradox, we need each other to go our own way. I should be jumping for joy. It, Master Light Blaster, Lauren, outside of being fall or in first place, why I am, yeah, it's all for us. It's about peace right now. Oops, I said Tamara and Lauren and Sandy. Hey, Sandy, how are you doing? Beautiful. Not getting too flirty at work, I hope. Just joking. Hopefully, you are getting too flirty at work. All right. Yeah, so sometimes just living that, again, Lauren makes a really, really good point. How come I have the opportunity to live my dream or I'm resistant to paying money? If you're resistant, Lauren, trust your gut, trust your guidance, trust your intuition. Your frequency is different, so your needs, wants, and desires are different. We need to flow like the waves. Up, yeah, you're on a high, boom, down, that's okay. A wave would not be a wave without the crests, without the heights, and without the lows. Think of how beautiful the ocean is. It would not be the same without the waves. We need the waves. The ocean represents our emotion. The waves represent our highs. It represents us going deep within our heart and our soul to confront, to release, to allow the things we've repressed to come out. And so these pauses are, you can also think of it that way, places where the wave is coming out to be acknowledged. It gives us a pause. It gives us a moment to acclimate, to balance, to send light, to release, to transmute whatever that energy coming through in whatever your circumstance or scenario is for you. It's all different. There's not better or worse or more grandeur or lesser than. It's all important. If it's in your awareness, it's important. It is part of your, as Tam said, medicine. This is so good. Aqua, thank you. Thank you, guys. If you guys don't mind, please share out this. I think it could be useful. It's a good message. I'll do a collective, and if anybody wants any personals, I will do personals. And those in the masters, I'll give you guys personals in the masters. And anybody who is interested in joining the masters group, that's exactly what it is. It's allowing the darkness to be our medicine. It's allowing the darkness to activate our light. It's about allowing and embodying our mastery. And it's cool because my new license plate has a number 33 on it. That representative of the Master Light Blaster group, Master 33 Master Teacher. And obviously, the best teacher is also the best student. All right, it's just embodying. I think I did that last night. Maria felt so good after. I feel amazing today. I got more. Oh, good, because I know you haven't been sleeping. So I didn't sleep well at all, and I didn't feel the like I was thinking when I was going to bed. I'm like, oh, I don't feel any better. I don't feel like cleared. I don't feel so great because it was still moving. I'm still worried. I'm so embarrassed. I got to go into the inspection shop tomorrow just to get denied. I'm so, but I'm like, no, but anything can happen, Marie. Observe. And I kept saying, oh, thank you for this experience. Thank you for showing me stuff. Thank you. And just keep thanking it and being present. My heart was even feeling funky, and I put my hand on my heart and was applying light and of course saying, hey dudes in the spirit world, I need some help here, I need some support, because I was running around with my chicken cut off all these different places trying to do what I needed to do. All right, doing well. He has not been around at work much. I'm trusting my gut and staying grounded. Yes, that's how we can do. And maybe not him being around as much, you feeling his absence might be like, even absence is, and having something you don't want is a guide, and it's a gift, and knowing that, oh yeah, I really do, that really does resonate, I really do want to be part of that person, place, or thing. So even that, even the absences in life are to show us, oh, that is important to me, or oh, I do miss that connection. Tristan, Master Light Blaster, we are all divine soul mirrors for each other. Thank you, Tristan. And I love that you use the word divine. We're all divine, and we're all divinity, and we're all needed, and we're all showing each other reflections, aspects of ourself that would not be in our consciousness or recognizable until seen on the outside, because we see or perceive things sometimes from a certain lens. And then when someone else reflects it back a little different from their own perception, from their own soul, from their own individualness, it gets our attention, and it gives us a different perception and a different piece of ourselves. So thank you, Tristan. So yes, Tamara, thank you for that last night. All I was given to me for my experience to see what I dripped for myself, the happy ending fairy tale. We're all coming into that. Yes, we're coming into the happy ending fairy tale, and we're giving a pause to work out anything not matching that. Have to look at everything in love. Absolutely. I wasn't getting mad at the stupid rules. I was thinking, I tried to take the thing and say, oh, thank you. This is to keep me safe. Thank you. Just trying to apply love all in it. It was all planned that way, for we could reach our sacredness and honor and laugh for all shit coming out of me. It's truly my higher self in this moment, in all moments. We're all beautiful, sacred goddesses and gods. Everything there is where our own heroes through our fam. Yes. All right, guys. Very, very beautiful. Every day we understand it a little different. It's a way it was meant higher. Yeah, every frequency, every light activation, wherever my stinking little picture is that I always have, every time we activate more light, which is just wisdom, insight, it's when we connect the dots. It's like a synapse. It's like a release. It's like electrical charge. It activates us. It increases our electromagnetic field. And every little thing is that is activated or brought into our awareness is activated, creates a new frequency, creates a new us. So every experience is not the same. Even when we go for a run or a walk and it's a new day, but it looks the same, it is not the same. You are not the same as you were a second ago. And we are expanding and ascending so quickly now. We're becoming and activating so much of our light that we're shifting big. It's almost like when you're going up the stairwell, and sometimes I hold on the railing and I'll take a big stride and try to skip 3 or 4 steps and just see how many steps I can take. Well, we're doing those strides where we skip steps as we're going up the stairwell, because you're getting it so quickly. And that's another reason sometimes we don't need to have the physical thing that we thought we wanted or thought that we needed or thought that we desired. It was enough to imagine it. Frequency outlived it already. All right. All right. So all of these years trying to analyze it and wondering why this overthinking, there's nothing to think because it finally comes. So I finally get it. Nice. Put that up there. I feel that I'm not needy, and I feel secure in who I am, even if he hit around us hit around. Yeah, and that also gives us absence too, and not having sometimes what we think we need or whatever. That is a beautiful state because if we're really, really needy and really, really attached to something, something's out of balance. And it doesn't mean that we can't have it, but we're trying to use it for a placeholder for something that we can connect to within. So say you have this desire and you really, really need it, and I can't live unless I have it, and oh my God, I'm gonna die, and oh my God, when's it gonna come? And that's all part of the physical experience, not to be judged, but it is showing us maybe where we need to apply more balance to connect to something in here, that peace, that balance, instead of striving for the reflection. The reflection comes after the connection. So we connect, then we reflect, connect, then we reflect. In the olden days, we were reflecting old energy and trying to grasp our power and manipulate and control from the outside. And we all are aware enough to know it all comes from within first. Yes, absolutely. We are all one. We're all one in love. We all have our own individual uniqueness based on our own soul's journeys and multidimensional selves, but it's all one. It is all love. And whoever is in your present awareness is exactly who is supposed to be there for our greatest growth and our greatest joy and our greatest abundance in whatever way, shape, or form that is applicable for you. All right. Very beautiful, Sandy. You are a strong, confident, beautiful woman, and I'm so proud of you and taking time and not rushing into things and taking time to connect to know you, to trust in you, to take your power. All right. So I will stick up my PayPal if anybody wants a quickie, open donation. Well, not a quickie. If you want your own thorough 3 card reading, semi-thorough, open donation. But I'm going to do a collective. And if you want a personal, let me know. Otherwise, the collective will have something for you. All right. So I'll stick that up there, guys. And for any reason, if I ever miss a donation while I'm live, because sometimes the comments do that to me or they're delayed, I will always record you a reading and send it to you. And if you watching now or later want a personal with me, obviously inbox me. And if anybody is interested in coming to the Master Light Blaster group, it's just where we do intensify. So you know how we do a collective reading and these groups are kind of collective? When you go into a personal private group, it is more just concentrated to your own personal, I think, development and self, even though we can get everything from anything. Just it depends if you are guided to it. It's kind of like concentrated, non-concentrate. Wait, is it concentrated? Non-concentrate? Non-concentrated orange juice. Well, when it's pure, not watered down. Otherwise, like, but spirit can still connect you in a collective reading as well. Like a lot of times, if I watch people do readings or whatever on YouTube, it sometimes hits me at a very personal level. So you will get to you in whatever way, shape, or form you can. And you guys are the ones creating this message as the collective right now. You guys create what comes through. Because I look at your comments, then it triggers me. I look at your comments, then it's activated. So right now from each other, all of those reflections. All right. All right, guys. So collective. All right. Regarding these pauses, these red lights that are going through 3 cycles and not turning green, the overwhelming fear and stress and anxiety that's just stepping up. It is also that it's stepping up so we can acclimate to this new frequency of the age of Aquarius. It gives us a chance, an opportunity again to play out our beliefs, to learn, to see and experience more of our energy, to experience our ascension, how much we've grown. It gives us that experience to play out our theories. How beautiful. We don't really know something until we actually experience it. We can read a million books, but until we actually go through it, that is so much different. All right. All right. All right, guys. So, wisdom of the night. I'm going to pull a wisdom of the night for the collective. And if anyone makes a donation, please tell me and you will be prioritized, and I will do that one first. I'm going to see what chakra, what energy center, or what thing might be coming to our surface to um, just be brought into our awareness. Something that we might be just transmuting, blasting with a little bit more light, understanding, love. It's just love. It's not resisting anything. It's accepting it and seeing it and letting it flow through us, letting it flow. So if you're only love, joy, and peace, any fear, stress, anxiety, doubt, unworthiness, I was super worried. That's based on a non-trust. So what that is, then the opposite is happening. It's just giving you the opportunity to anchor into more trust in you, love, universal flow of love and light, and that experience of everything working out for you. All right. Oops. All right, guys. Let's see. Wisdom of the house. See what's coming to wisdom. What's lurking just below the surfaces that the physical body is acclimating to these higher influx of frequencies as we step more fully into this new age. Hey, Gina. Andiava. All right, that one. And beautiful little angel that you posted, your granddaughter. Oh my God. Just want to steal her. I want to steal her. Makes me cry. I miss my kids being little. So I'm going to just share something really quick. So Mythos, I know he's going through puberty and all of that and his hormones and all of that stuff as a teenager, but he's been crying nonstop about this girl he knew in Florida. And when he went to school with her 3 years ago, or even more than that, they were both in the same class, but he was older. So he went on to middle school ahead of her, like 3 years older. But when he was in school with her, he never said he liked her. He never even said he liked her till he wasn't with her. So obviously there's some sort of spiritual connection, but he's been crying and saying, I love you. I'll never abandon you. So he's going through some major clearing. I know it's representative of something deeper, but it's about a yearning of a deeper outside connection of love. And so he's just representing, I think, the energies in my awareness and for me to share with you, that deeper fulfillment, seeing that deeper fulfillment. Outside things might reflect what we can have, but it releases something within us. So say you really fall in love with someone and then that relationship leaves. It was just to show you what you are capable of, or a love within you that you connect to. But then we attach to the outside, but it really came from us all along, and it was really our love reflected through that relationship for us to engage in. So it's about going within and really, really connecting to that love and fulfillment and that God source divinity deep, deep within us. And then, of course, that will come out and be reflected through all forms, through soul family like us, through jobs, through opportunities, through coincidences, syncs, messages, guidance, internal wisdom, all of that. So I think we're really, really going through releasing that feeling of not being loved, not really, really feeling worthy of love and being that piece of gold and being that God and goddess. So I think we're really, really, really stepping into that. And anything keeping us, or that we were holding on to, giving us the opposite of that feeling, is being brought to our awareness so that we can really step into deeper, deeper parts of our own self. Through the outside longing, it's really our inner self longing to connect. We're really longing to connect to that light and love within us that is always sustainable. People can't make us happy. They can reflect their own energy, love, excitement, gifts, talents, but they're also on their path and they're also growing. So sometimes they meet up and stay on their journey, and then sometimes it's kind of fleeting and passing, but it was to show us something about ourselves, something deep, deep within us that we could be longing for. And we long for it because we already have it. We just believe we are separate from it. All right. So we got the wisdom is the high priestess, and the high priestess represents things that were once hidden, the hidden energies, wisdom, the insight. What they're really, really showing me right now is this little choker I have, but I have it hooked to my bells. That looks like high priestess energy, and it's the sun. Oh my God. So this is the sun, and that's that high priestess energy. The sun to me represents our heart space, that portal, our multidimensional self that we're connected to now and forever. And She is in the center of that. She has that wisdom and knowledge and that intuition and that vision and that imagination and that psychic awareness. So it's things that were hidden, or also having to live out the wisdom that was hidden through pure belief. So going through challenging circumstances will make you rely on this high priestess energy that you're believing in, but that is not yet necessarily seen. You've almost got to go through an initiation, they're saying. And it's not that God requires anything of you. It is just for you to empower and to know that energy from the physical viewpoint, from the physical vantage. So we are given the opportunity right now to play out energies that were once hidden, or that were intuitive, or that we knew, but we haven't actually played them out on the physical plane. That is interesting. Also representing our third eye, divine wisdom, knowledge, God eyes, God mind, God hearing, and also speaking our truth, trusting our truth. And that is what we're creating from that new foundation. So we are acclimating into this energy, creating the new foundation by giving the gifts of struggles or challenges or pauses to exercise that wisdom within that we have not yet lived in before. Hey, James, Master Light Blasta. Whoop, I got Gina, Master Light Blasta, James, Donnie B. Andrew. So this is what we're playing out, that divine high priestess. She's the hidden, she's the wisdom, she's the wise, she's the all-knowing, like female God, wisdom, things that were hidden. And what were the pauses, the red lights, the retrograde, whatever term you want to call that energy, is giving us an opportunity to exercise that hidden energy that we've been believing in, seeing, intuiting, and to actually apply it as we step and create from this new foundation. That is beautiful. Water. And I did use the analogy of water and waves earlier, bringing forth that deep, deep, the water, which represents emotions deep within our caverns, deep within the heart, unexpressed, things that have been repressed, to be lived out through our experiences right now, to further anchor in our own self empowerment. This is really good. So she is here and presenting herself to be played out, things that were hidden, even things that were repressed or that we've inhibited and not acknowledged because we just weren't up to it, and that's okay, are coming forth in circumstances and situations and scenarios for us to step into our power, to exhibit it, to exhibit our new frequency. And then when things move forward again, we're got a nice foundation. All right, so two of the chakras came out. So this is going to kind of tell us too. Balance, yeah, lo and behold, balance. Integration, so wild blue, Tamara, has been talking a lot about the divine feminine and masculine. Well, this represents the divine feminine and masculine coming into that perfect balance, integration, where they're operating as one. It's not like, oh, he's man and I'm female or whatever. We all contain spots of the other, whoops, in the yin yang. And we are all here to reflect. So the feminine reflects an aspect of the man, and the man respects, remember, normally they have the opposing little dot also in that symbol, reflecting, we reflect pieces of each other, pieces that we're bringing into balance and integration as well, and grounding that energy, living from it. So this is red, representing root, grounded, creating, and it has to do with our fears, being provided for, sustainability, just like for me, that whole little truck situation, like, oh my God, isn't it, I don't feel like anyone's looking out for me, blah blah blah, and oh God, I got to do this and this and blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. So this is playing out. She is bringing us, bringing forth those energies in those scenarios to bring into balance, to live out, play out, and to anchor in our trust in the oneness, in the balance, in the unification, realizing nothing outside of us is separate from within us. It's just an energy expressed in a hologram through an experience for us to have the experience of integration and merging. And that is where true peace and safety is. When these are out of balance, then you're too much in the head, you're too worried, you'll get headaches. Or if you're too lofty in the spirit, you're just not grounded and you're not living out your dreams in the physical. So it's about honoring both, honoring the physical and honoring the spiritual. A true marriage is the marrying of our spiritual mind with the physical, our spirit self with the physical being. Our physical is that vessel for that light. And the experiences that it experienced serves the expansion. It serves the exploration of spirit and the expansion of God's source energy. That is so beautiful. And what is six? Balance and harmony. And we were talking about peace earlier. Well, balance brings peace, because if you're unbalanced and swinging one end of the pendulum or the other, then you feel tipsy, scattered, confused. You might feel ungrounded. So it's about integration to bring forth that balance and anchoring into your Mother Earth experience, your physical experience. And the other one, this is absolutely perfect. And I use this analogy at the beginning too, how we're like to skip up the steps where we are rising frequency exponentially as we ascend. We're gaining what we need just through our thoughts and not even having to live it out in the physical. That's how quickly we are activating our light and expanding and embodying more and more and more of ourselves. So this is showing us what we are entering. We can say, this right here, these little steps, these little things. Oh, oops, I made a trip. Oops, I stubbed my toe. Oops, I lost my balance a little bit, but that's okay. It's giving me an opportunity to recalibrate, acclimate to all that I'm entering. The age, the golden age, the peaceful age, the equal age, the balanced age, the integrating age. We're entering that portal. In every cycle, we've entered many, many, many portals. No portal is exactly the same. This is of the highest frequency yet to be experienced on this timeline. And what is it? Speaking your truth, first of all. As you speak your truth and have confidence, the yellow representing the confidence, the solar plexus, it is having confidence in speaking and living and taking action. As you take action and go up the steps of inspired action, or what is before you as medicine, you are entering that portal of light. So even the whole thing when they say, when we die, go towards the light. Well, we're dying every moment. And what are we doing? We are dying in the physical. We're dying in the physical. We're transitioning in the physical, moment to moment to moment. As we die to the old self and we activate we activate more light, and we die to the darkness, the old limitations, they die, they fall away from us. The things that we were living that aren't serving this higher light, we're literally entering the light. So that shows me the correlation, as above as below, as below as above. What is happening in spirit is now happening to us on the physical level. I've never heard it in that way. We are going towards the light, but we're not going anywhere. The light is us. The light is us, but what we're going at is we're creating that reality in the physical hologram. Is that not amazing? Wow. And what is this? Life purpose. That is our purpose. To embody. Oh, Christy, I don't think she's here, but in the Masters group, she posted that Kali energy that I think, Tamara, you were talking about, the Kali cards. And it was about breaking free of the mundane, the surface, the programs, the conditioning, anything preventing us from the free, authentic, wild, uninhibited expression of ourself. And that's our life purpose. Just simply living all that we are meant. It isn't to be defined through a certain career, through a certain purpose, through a certain teaching, through a certain way. The only way is your way. Go, and then now Fleetwood Mac's coming back in with go your own way. Go your own way. Everyone's own way is based in the light and love. And it is just where that center is for them, the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop. It is that anchor in their heart that creates balance, integration, joy, and abundance all in one. In working through those layers, the sweetness in life, the gifts in life, the licks. And how many licks? 1, 2, 3, crack. 3, the balance, the power of 3, mind, body, and spirit coming in to our pyramid of power, creating a strong foundation on the bottom. And then the 2 and the 2 other legs go up, representing that, bringing in the spiritual energy and embodying it as our platform. So here's this triangle, there's the platform. This acts as kind of a receiver and a grounder all in one. The mind and the body coming together to create a nice strong foundation. And whoops, now I'm feeling like walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian song, but you guys get it. And then so pyramids are power points. They intensify energy, they're protection. Well, our protection is our balance, our integration, because then we are fully empowered in ourself. We're not looking outside, we are stable within. Wow, you guys are powerful to create these messages. That's 22, master energy, life purpose, living, speaking, and taking action on your truth and acclimating all of that energy. The gold is in the heart, getting the experience of that gold outside of you. Wow, you guys are unbelievable master light blasters. That's where I'm at right now. I think I said that yesterday. I can really need to honor myself, rest, rejuvenate, restore, reset. Absolutely. Creating the Merkaba. Yes, we have our own Merkaba energy, which is light. It's light activating. Back to the way. Yep, back to the way. Correct. One man's truth can be another man's lie. Just listen and smile. Like that. No right or wrong. That's the beauty of all things. Yeah. And I can say I didn't necessarily, I mean, we all went that path of judging and separating and compartmentalizing ideas, thoughts, beliefs. It's all one. It's all one. TM, all my life I've been searching for a God's source. It's so funny you've been searching, but it was there all the time. It's not the way. As I grew up through my mother, grandmother, Catholic school, Catholic church, but when I came, I was nothing but chaos, and I didn't want that. So through all this, I have my understanding of it and our individual for what we need. And now I have my understanding of what it means to me, and that's the beauty of it. It is. It is. In heart, knowing and understanding nothing is if no one does not know how to implement the wisdom. Exactly. The physical the physical experience gives us just that. Yes, that's what spirit gave me yesterday. Tell about spirit given higher self coming through for each of us in our own experience, however we perceive it as truth for us. Yep. If you believe it, it's truth, and that doesn't mean that's not changing. The only true that is ever true is life is always changing, but it is only love is true. And however it's expressed, however dirty the lens is that's reflecting, only love is truth. That's the glory of all. We're not meant to be the same. Exactly. We planned it for ourselves. And it's so beautiful because we all have our own plan and purpose and way. Yet, in the unity of love and God, it all works out for each other as well. Isn't that not beautiful? So you can be on a completely path, be completely opposite of your mom, dad, sibling, lover, partner, whatever, boss, but yet it is still complementary for one another. And you get to have your own path, but yet we are connected through love. Love bonds. Love is free. Oh, there she is. Hey guys, good day to you all. Master Light Blaster. To me, it represents Atlantic times for clearing those times and Lemurian freedom. Yes, beautiful. All right, guys. That's where the time does not exist. It's all brilliant. Oh my God, yeah. In the crumbling of time, that's another thing that, like when you have certain dates or, when bills are due or things have to be done, and that causes stress and anxiety because it's based in a timeline, and time is an illusion. And as we separate or crumble that um, I don't know what to say, illusion in the hologram, as the frequency rising now doesn't match that linear time because that's not in reality truth. It's crumbling. And so we are given opportunities to test how much do we believe that, even when you're stuck at a stoplight. So yesterday I'm stuck at stoplights. I really hit every freaking ass stoplight, and the stoplight seems to be 10 times longer. And so that gave me the opportunity. I have to go in. So I was bringing Mythos to an eye appointment, which I was a day early anyways. I wasn't even then because I wasn't on time and I was all scattered with all that other stuff. Anyways, it gives us an opportunity to exercise that belief. Like, so I would be at the stoplight and say, okay, Marie, you don't believe in time. Imagine you're there on time. This is just showing you areas that you're still cleaning and where the whole solid linear timeline is crumbling, and that's okay. It is a frequency. You will get there on time. Thank you for this pause. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for this opportunity to exercise that which I preach, that which I say is true. And the cool thing is, I don't have to give myself shit, even though I'm simultaneously observing that part of myself that is streaked out. Freaked and stressed equals streaked out, stressed out. Because now we are operating in integration enough. We can apply. So Spirit is saying we can apply these higher frequencies, thought forms of freedom, such as eliminating the constructs of time and everything associated to that that causes stress, anxiety, fear, which are also illusions. So that is things created from a untruth, but something that we chose as an experience to grow. So we can experience that truth of it, and simultaneously the physical response based in the old frequencies of its own acclimating those higher frequencies. So my point is, you can sit and know that you're going through that as an experience, but still observe, know that you don't own the fear, the stress, and anxiety, and simply take that observer and say, oh, yeah, there she goes again, freaking out. Yeah, that's okay. She puts, oh boy, all this energy she puts herself through. And that's okay. You can observe it in love and honor. So that's a way to honor ourselves as well and love yourself. Give your physical body the freedom to express those denser emotions, those limited egoic truths, their truths. And as you are also focused and funneling in the higher truths to be experienced on earth. So that's beautiful. So we don't ever have to beat ourselves up. So in the past, I might have beat myself up more. It says, come on, you know better than this, Marie, and want to bully myself or kick myself in the butt. Now I can be more gentler and just observe myself experiencing this, simultaneously holding that higher space of truth. And that's what we do for each other. Through speaking our own truths, through our own experiences, we are anchoring in holding space for truths for one another to see their reflection as well. So very awesome. Too good. You guys are too good. Okay. Too good. All right. Yeah. Gives us opportunity to strengthen our heart as well. Yes. So Tam says that's okay. You learn how to shift back to the heart. So yes, absolutely. And you can still be anchored in the heart. I guess is what I'm saying is you can still be anchored in the heart, the spiritual heart. I go like this, spiritual wisdom, but it's all from the heart. You can be anchored in there, yet still observe it, but try not to get attached. Try not to think you are, or that's the truth. Because yeah, there's shifting. There's a little shifting back and forth. Yeah, you're right, Tam. I can feel that. Um, just about releasing more within dark night of the souls, all that stuff. I get into the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop you explained before, Maria. Beautiful. And it's so funny because you put a good point there, Tam, just about releasing more within the dark night of the souls, all that stuff I get in the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. Because I'm always like, well, what's the big deal about the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop? Because I never personally cared that much for Tootsie Rolls. Yet it seems to be the theme in the Tootsie Roll Pop commercial, or people like Tootsie Roll Pops because they like the hard candy shell and the soft Tootsie middle. But that you just placed a good point, because we get to the sweetness of our being and allow all of that as we enter what is symbolized by the darkness of the Tootsie Roll Pop, the milk, the chewiness. It might seem kind of sticky. It might get caught in our teeth and it gets more attached. It can almost be a blockage, but it serves as our freedom as well as we enter those dark nights of the souls, as we allow them to rise and to be experienced through our awareness. We actually open the door for freedom. So I never kind of totally understood that analogy, even though I speak it a lot. And I even channeled it in my book. But the Tootsie, it's this and that. It's the sweetness and the darkness. It's the integration of, that's so beautiful. It's the integration of all of us. We need the pain and suffering and all of that in order to have that self-realization into opening the portal and the light that we are. We already are all of that. We create the illusion of separation to give us the physical experience of it all. Wow. Yes. From all timelines. Exactly. All right, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, strong, powerful, clear concise messages, you guys. Thank you so much for being here and thank you for shining your light and your comments. Every time you make a comment and every time you express your truth, you're taking another step. You are anchoring in more of the light that you already are, but in order to create that in your physical 3D world. Wow. I love that you're honoring your name. Thank you. I come in many names. I come in many names. We think we are doing things wrong because we look outside. Exactly. And we're seeing it through the old beliefs that we are actually releasing the old and like you said, multi-part of ourselves, seeing our eye. So a lot of times we're seeing through the eyes of our parents, our teachers, society, the news, the time that we were killed from a priest for being mystical, whatever, that kind of stuff. The time we had our heads chopped off, attacked by Vikings, or did the chopping. Each day I am feeling that makes me feel more out there than here, becoming more and more a spectator of my life. Yes. Each day I am feeling that makes feel more out there and than here, becoming more and more a spectator. Yes. But we came to feel. I mean, we came. That's what makes humans special. Beautiful guys. We are all master light blasters, and we find it through experience. Ah, well spoken. We are all. Nobody would be born here if they weren't a master light blaster, because it's one of the densest, hardest graduate schools ever. So we really, really are masters just to undertake this energy, whether we see ourselves as a master light blaster, as we see ourselves as a spiritual guru, we are that. The experience in itself makes us that. All right. Yeah. No wonder I am drawn to so many different cultures, so many different modalities. I'm just here to remember all of it. Exactly. And we're drawn. So think of it this way too, Christy. So we're drawn to a certain modality at the moment that is actually connected to a multidimensional self. And we're drawn to it because we're actually opening up that stream of consciousness and information. So that makes sense. You are like the sun. The sun has all of these rays emanating. Every ray is a stream of consciousness to another part of you. And whatever ray that you're walking holds a stream of consciousness and information, and that is based on what you're being guided to explore. That makes so much sense. Thank you, Christy. I wouldn't have said that without your comment. I have learned through everyone I've met in my life and through all of these groups, everyone that's helped me through their medicine. All I mean is we're doing it already, and everything we're attracted to is meant to be. I'm killing myself over here. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I still do things improper. Okay, what do you do that's improper? And who says it's improper, first of all? If you're doing it, it ain't improper. This no, I don't like that word. Improper. To me, that's a judgment. And then again, I'm judging that as a judgment. Um, yeah, I don't necessarily resonate. Only thing that would be improper, how I define improper, is if it's not aligned to your soul. So, say you go to a formal wearing a certain dress because that is what they demand, but you don't feel good in it. Even though to this, okay, this is good, Lauren. So even though to them it's the proper attire, like you go to a restaurant, they might want a suit and coat. Even to them, it's proper. But if you don't feel good into it and it doesn't align to your own comfort and state of being, then it's improper. Is that not a paradox? So you can be propified by an outside expectation, but for your soul's journey, it might not really feel so proper because it doesn't feel good. Make sense? So it's an experience you've created in order to align improperness. So you judging something as improper is an opportune, opportune time for you to define how you align. All right, guys. I like that. You guys all give so much guidance, activation, insight, and wisdom. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you. This is my excitement. It is my passion, and I love it. I came for the physical to experience my God self, and I get to do that through all of us guys, through all of our reflections and our activating each other. And Even if it's just a contemplation to discern, it's still beautiful. It's still meant. It might not be your truth, but if it gives you something to contemplate and discern to align, it's done its job. That's what we do for each other. We do our job by just expressing our own authentic self. Doesn't need to be someone else's truth, but it gives them an opportunity to discern their own way. Son of a bee. All right, guys. Last call. I think it's mostly light blasters here, anyways. Master light blasters from the group. No, that's where I had a lot of hang up. I was trying to be perfect. I knew, oops, low power mode. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go plug in. I was trying to be perfect. I never knew everything you're doing right for you. Believe that. Exactly. And yeah, oh, that was something else. I was listening to something in the gym, an astrologer reader, and she was talking about during this time also. Well, it was kind of specific for Gemini, but if I'm sharing it with you, it's for all of us because I don't believe in specifics. It's just reflections of one another and a label we give it. So we are becoming uncompromisable, meaning we're not, as we compare, before when we compared, it was because we are trying to buy into a surface outside, outdated, somebody else's belief. And then when we try to take it on to be our own, it's distorted because it didn't come from us, but it gives us the opportunity to align to ourselves. So in the past, we tried to be perfect. Perfect was based on comparing ourselves to how we think we should be. And we are really, 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 whoa, something scared me, breaking free of that and stepping into our own alignment. So it's all served its purpose in that it shows us what we're not in order to discern, to align, and to step into where we are in the moment of now. And that moment of now may change in the next moment of now, and that is all perfect. But yeah, so we're really, really ending that whole comparison and really honoring our journey. And then we're able to honor one another in all that we are receiving and reflecting and giving one another. So thank you, Tamara, for that. Yes, we do it all together. We do it all together. We're all that ray shooting from the sun. It's cool because we're all a ray, a fractal shooting from that sun, but yet in the same token, we all have that sun within here, and all of those rays are parts of us. Is that not funny? I never thought of it that way. And that represents how one drop of water contains the entire ocean. We're a fractal from the original God source energy, but yet our sun contains all of that God source energy, and all of our pathways and expressions are part of that God source energy expressed. That's amazing. It's always this and that. That's wicked integration. All right, guys. All right. I'm a Gemini when it comes to my subconscious and spiritual ways. Yeah. Interestingly enough, both Mercury and Uranus are opposite Gemini in my natal chart. So that's good. That's where you get that contrast from. That's where you get that contrast, getting to where you want to be, but then not stepping in or being reluctant. So you have a little bit of dichotomy in yourself operating, I believe. Hey, Thalia Pina. Thalia? That is bad. How's that bad? That is not bad. It's all good. It's all good because it gives you the ultimate balancing playground. No, 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 no. It's only about it's a gift. You are a master, Lauren, so you've come to master something. So that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. I'm opposite in every way, shape, or form. That is on drugs. All right. Thalia, thank you for joining Master Light Blaster. Thalia, I love your name. I love names that end in ah, ah, ah. It just reverberates out. So I like that. I heard yesterday we are the rainbows, we are the heroes, we're everything. We have all the rays, each individual, but we have all the rainbow in our children, our children's children. How much more through us step every generation lay on her at all forgiveness. We are all. We are that is I am that I am. I am that I am that child. I am that I am that rainbow. I am that I am that tree, that Mother Earth, that sun, that moon. The universe is within us, and the universe is what's operating and orchestrating behind the scenes. It's this and that. That is so beautiful. And that's what we've come to experience because that is a big, big theory to accept in theory, but to really live by it takes a little bit of awareness. It takes a little bit of awareness. All right, guys. All right, guys. Or a bird in water. Okay. Island of Misfit Toys. Duh. How many of you guys have always resonated with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? And I talked about, someone mentioned I was Rhea on the Rudolph, run, run, Rudolph, as in Rhea on the run, guiding and illuminating their own way. Even though in the past we might have needed to cover up our light with a little bit of mud, but now we end up saving the day, lighting the sky for Santa to make its way through. What is Santa representative? Christmas. What is Christmas? Christ consciousness, unconditional love. So our deformity is our gift. It is our gift. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, because not only are we Rudolph and we can relate to that innocence, and he didn't know he wasn't like the others until someone told him that he wasn't good enough. Same with us. We didn't know that. Our birthright is knowing we're loved, but then we were told otherwise, and we believed it, and we tried to abide by that, conform, put other people's clothes, makeup, hair, during the teenage years, we really try to conform because all our friends are telling that, but it's because other people are telling them that and their parents, and they're not always, I'm saying, but in general. And so now on the island of misfit toys, they thought nobody wanted them, but then you know what? There was a child for every toy to enjoy that. They needed to open up and allow that. And who brought them to that? Rudolph, the misfit, the island of, there's so much symbolism in that movie. The island of misfit toys wouldn't have been saved without Rudolph and his misfits with Clarice and the dentist and the Cornelius and even the abominable snowman. They needed all of those characters to guide them to the island of misfit toys. And that almost looks like that is our connection, our awareness of our uniqueness that we might have criticized, but really we learned that it is our superhuman hero part of us. Like the nose, it was his superhero part of him. Yeah, many codes, if that's how you, yeah, if you want to define codes, realization, insights, activations, light. To me, it's all remembering. Codes are just rememberings. Yeah. And it's true. My deformity is my gift. Yes, your deformity is your gift. And not only is it your gift, it is your superhuman power. And I wouldn't have even thought that unless Lauren, you were on here commenting your comments. And you always bring forth wisdom. Yeah, Santa's gonna make it to town. Thank you. So I was on Ria on the Run yesterday or 2 days ago, or yesterday. Time is a blur, and I could not remember the names. And I love the Chuck Berry Run Run Rudolph. That one. Santa's got to make it to town, but the Chuck Berry version, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Me and Mythos both love that song. All right, guys. Beautiful story, beautiful codes, and that's what we are, guys. We are beautiful stories, multi-dimensional selves, many experience held within our cellular memory, coming to light now. In that we hold codes for one another, and our life is our medicine, activating those codes, that light, those activations. And it's all working together now. I am deformed in many ways. Well, we could all say that, right? Christy Burke, OMG, how that happened. Oh, it's not broken. I don't know why that came through. What? Are you serious? Is your finger broken or not? Eric? Is Eric playing on your phone? Cheat codes. I didn't break my finger. I don't know why that text came out in that way. I accidentally hit send. Well, there are no accidents. That is so unfreaking ass believable. So all I can think of and all that is coming to me with your broken finger is the analogy. Is that on the Sistine ceiling too or not? Or with the finger is broken and you're touching God, you know that finger of God? And I'm getting the goosebumps. It has to do with that painting. And isn't it to do with God touching himself? I mean, not a dirty way, but you know what I mean? Touching us and we're touching him. Up, down, left, right, left, right. And I've done that before as well. Stuff has come through, and I'm like, where the hell did that come from? or Siri picked up something through voice and I have all of this stuff that's been typed and then I reread it to see if there's anything there that I needed to hear. Exactly. All right, guys, enough. Enough for now. All right, thank you guys for being here, Master Light Blasters, and anyone who wants to join the group, I will post information at the bottom. We are all Master Light Blasters no matter what. We would not be on this earthly experience if we weren't. We're all pure love light. We all hold all of the wisdom of all time within us. But we help each other and support each other on this journey through the reflections through one another. And those reflections are each other's wisdom, insight, knowledge deep within themselves, multidimensionally, to be brought into the light, to help each other and to support one another and to show each other all that they are. Not that what they have to become, but they already are as they allow and stop resisting. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are. Shoo.